Hello everybody! Coach Tanya here. So I am a little bit later than normal, but that's okay, right? Us women always run late. Always. I usually don't, but I was busy with, I had a coach call, so I was chatting with one of my new coaches on our crew. So I do have a topic that I want to talk to you guys about. It's a parenting topic, something that I think about because I always like to know different ways that people do punishments. Hey Nat, what's going on, girlfriend? So they always say don't spank your kids, or it's really hard being a parent. Let me just start with that, okay? It's really hard being a parent. It's like a double-edged sword. You know, control your kids, but don't do X, Y, and Z to control them. You know, things like that. So it does make parenting a little bit difficult. But for me, I always think about like the punishment, like how do you do the discipline? What do you do to discipline? Do you talk to them? Do you send them to their room to have quiet time? Hi, Nicole. Do you take some of their favorite things away? I mean, there's so many ways of discipline. Do you spank? My kids are older. Spanking doesn't happen. But I do take things away. Hey, Renee, how are you? You know, whether it be a PlayStation, whether it be the cell phone, that's a big thing because, you know, it's like surgically attached to their hand. So what are some ways that the parents that are out there watching my crazy video, how do you do discipline? How do you do punishments? Like I said, do you take things away? Do you not allow them to go outside and play with their friends after school? Do you not allow TV time at night before bed? Do you just haul off and start screaming at them like a crazy person? I've tried the screaming, that doesn't work. Not that my kids need to be punished right now, but it was just something that I was thinking about the other day. And I always try to wonder what everybody else does, you know, curious. Hey, John. Yeah, so taking away the cell phone. Okay, that's something that I do. I definitely take away the cell phone. What I'll do is take away the cell phone, and then if their father calls them, let them talk to him and they have to give the phone back type scenario. So I've definitely done that. With Ryan, it's the PlayStation. Or for both of them, it's, well, I'm sorry, no, you can't hang out with your friends this week, or not hanging out with your friends this weekend. I mean, thank God my kids are pretty well behaved. I haven't really had to do too much punishment. But I always wonder what everybody else does. You know, everyone's different. Everyone has different views. So it's nice to be able to chat with other parents and get some feedback on what works for you with your kids, because that might work for me and my kids. Kayla will be driving before I know it. She's only got like a few months left. So, you know, definitely, like Nicole said, restrict car usage, like only to go to school and work type thing, not hanging out with your friends. Yes, I love that, John. Teach them with love. I find that I get more out of my kids, like when there's an issue and there's something going on, I feel that I get so much more from them if I actually just sit down with them and talk with them and tell them, you know, this is what upset me, or this is why I was upset that you did this, or whatever it may be. If I sit down and talk to them, I feel like I get so much more out of it than screaming like a lunatic and, you know, looking like a crazy person or like a cartoon character that my head just popped open. So I do like that you said that, teach them with love. So I feel that when I get to them on a one-on-one level, speak to them like I'm speaking to another adult that I might be having a problem with, you know, maybe it's just a respectful type of conversation. And I feel like I get a little bit more out of them with that. So that is something that I have been doing a lot more of is, you know, the talking. And I love saying and acknowledging the Lord. That's very, very important. Very, very important with all of that, with just life in general, the acknowledgement. But yeah, so I love this feedback, you guys. Thank you so much. You know, parenting, like I said, it's never an easy task. They don't come with manuals. Some things that come with manuals don't work right anyways. But it's like a fine line, you know, with parenting. Like I said, you know, your kids are out of control and you might be somewhere and everyone's looking at you like you're crazy. But then now if you hauled off and spanked your kid in the butt, they're the first ones to call Department of Children and Families. So it's a fine line with being a parent. It's a very difficult task. It's a difficult job. It's a 24-hour job that never ends. Even when you're older and your children are older, it's a never-ending job. But, you know, punishment and discipline is looked at differently by everybody. So I love this feedback. I love it. I'm going to try some of these things. I mean, some that I'm already doing. But I would love to hear anybody else's feedback. That's really all I wanted to talk about today was discipline and punishment with your family and how you go about doing that. But like I said, sometimes I snap and I just start yelling. And as I'm yelling, like it's like I have an outer body experience and I'm like, just shut up and just talk to them because they've already tuned you out. So walk away, cool off, come back and have an adult conversation. You're going to get a lot more from that. Thank you, John. So I just wanted to chat about that. I wanted to see what everybody else was thinking. Hey, Tracy, we're talking about discipline and punishment with our children and what we find works best with our kids. Is it taking things away? Is it, you know, the yelling or send them to their room, not being able to turn anything on and they just have to sit there? I remember that was a punishment when I was a kid. My dad would send me to my room and I would have to sit on my bed or sit on a chair in the middle of my room, not touch a radio, not do anything. I just had to sit there and think about everything. Sometimes I sat there and I didn't know what I was supposed to think about because I didn't know what happened. But I know that that was, you know, what was used when I was younger. I was spanked when I was younger. It wasn't frowned upon then. And then I wonder sometimes, like, you know, maybe if it wasn't frowned upon now, some kids wouldn't get in as much trouble as they get into. But then again, I don't think I could spank my kids anyways. So it's kind of like a back and forth. Nothing seems to phase. Yeah, with Ryan, it's, okay, I'm going to take your phone or no PlayStation. The second you say, if you keep acting out, your PlayStation's gone for a couple days, he snaps right into place. He loves anything with computers and video. Oh, Nicole, I like that one. Alice has done that before. Turn the Wi-Fi off. They can't do anything. I mean, they can still use their phone because of the data, but if you've already taken their phone, turn the Wi-Fi off. That works, you know. But it's been nice. I mean, I'm going to have them full time now, so I know there's going to be a lot more punishments and disciplines that are going to be needed because, you know, I go from having them part time where there's usually not a lot of issues because it's like they're here for a couple days and they go. Now they're going to be here every day. So I know that there's going to be a lot more punishments to probably give out, which is okay. I could do it. I could be strong and do it, right? But it's hard. As a mom, it's hard to do the punishment and the discipline sometimes because you want to nurture and you want to cuddle them and you want to love on them and all that stuff. And, you know, you don't want to, for a long time, I had to be the one that disciplined and then the one that nurtured and loved. So it was hard. And it was probably mixed signals from my kids that made it difficult also because I had to be the mom and the dad. So it made it a little bit difficult. Oh, yeah. Yeah. In our day and age, John, we definitely got spanks. My dad had a paddle with my name on it. So when it was my spanking time, he would grab my paddle right off the wall and chase me around the house. I would run away from him, which made it worse, but I did it every time. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go finish my lunch. I made myself a yummy steak salad, and it's totally calling my name. But I just wanted to see what everybody did for punishment and discipline. So if you're watching this and the live feed is over, comment below. Let me know some things that work for your kids for discipline and for punishment, because maybe I could try it out when I have to utilize anything like that. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and don't forget to check back, because I just finished my 30 days, my second 30 days with Quarterforce, and I'm going to post my results. I always have a hard time posting those. But I'm going to post them anyways because I promised I would when I was done with round 2. And I'm going to be going into round 3 on Monday, but that will be with a hybrid calendar. So it's going to be like one day I'll do Quarterforce, one day I'll do Country Heat, one day I'll do Insanity. So that'll be kind of fun. I can utilize the Beachbody on demand. So make sure you check back for those picks, guys. Bye.